My name is Simon. I'm a student pilot here at Skywings, and today I will do a VFR navigation flight to Requena, a small airfield to the northeast of Mutxamel. The airport of Mutxamel is a small, uncontrolled airport where there is no tower controller directing you or giving you instructions on what to do. It's a really big difference from Antwerp, where everything is directed, everything is controlled. And here it's a whole new experience. It's also more difficult, but it helps you in growing as a pilot, communicating with other pilots, and it's really a good experience to have. Right now I'm doing all the preparation for the flight. I'm filling out the VFR navigation log, which contains all the important information we need to get to our destination safely. I've also drawn the route on the chart, and I'm filling out all the paperwork for the safe continuation of the flight. We are here in front of the airplane we will fly today to Requena. It's a Robin DR40 Eco Flyer. And before we leave, we have to do a few checks. We have to see that the airplane is in order to leave. So first we will do a full walk around of the airplane. We'll see that there is no damage, no cracks, no leaks. And then we will also check of the inside. We'll check that the lights are working, all the instruments are working, and then we are ready to depart. When we do the walk around, we will first check that the fuel cap is closed and locked. Then we will see that there is no visible damage nor no cracks on the fuselage. We will check that the static port is free and unobstructed, and then we check the elevator, the leading edge. We check that the rudder is okay, the tail skid should be smooth. On the right hand side of the airplane we check again the elevator, the rudder and the static port. And then we look at the flaps. They should be in landing position, all the hinges should be correct. We check the whole wing, also the lights on the edges of the wing and also the leading edge. The wheel, we check that it is inflated, that there are the tire grooves are correct, that there are no flat spots, no bubbles or no cuts. We check the engine, we check that the propeller is smooth, that there are no cracks. We check that the engine intakes are free, that there is no obstruction for the air. We check that the pitot tube is unobstructed, that it is free, and the landing lights as well. We check that the aileron is free in its movement and that there is no visible damage. And then we check again the flaps on the right-hand wing, see that the hinges are all correct, that the flap is in the landing position and that there is no visible damage. Pre-flight inspection completed, door and chokes removed, seatbelts locked, jet closed, flight controls free and correct, parking brake set, power lever idle, electrical switches off, battery switch on, alternate air closed, flaps, circuit breakers in, annunciator panel checked and test, alternate static source off, flight instruments check. Intercom check, 1, 2. Yeah, loud and clear. In case of malfunction during the takeoff roll, either of us call stop, we use brakes to stop on the runway and then evacuate or vacate as needed. In case of malfunction after rotation with enough runway remaining, we push the nose down, pitch for 75 knots, land the plane again onto the runway. And in case of malfunction after rotation with no runway remaining, we look for a field left or right of track and land the plane. Oscar Sierra, Kilo Victor, holding short runway 12, any traffic in the circuit?
Right base, runway 12 for full stop landing. For touch and go, correction.
Copied, thank you. Okay, so we'll wait, touch and go, then we backtrack and then we take off. Touch and go. Parking brake released. Approach. Left is free, right is free as well. Oscar Sierra Kilo Victor, takeoff runway 12, straight out to Echo, climb 1200 feet. Power checked. Speed checked.
Mutxamel traffic, European flight 361. Starting right base, runway 12, with the departing inside.
Requena radio Oscar Sierra Kilo Victor vacating 30 radio 5x5.
In Spain there is a lot more elevation, the terrain is higher, so it poses an extra difficulty for flying, but it's also rewarding to work around it and to be able to see the mountains in the distance and to fly with them. So it's really, it adds another layer to flying which you don't experience in Belgium, and it's really a nice experience to come outside of the standard comfort zone in Belgium.